kick it off as we get things started. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So the Georgia State Panthers offense will have the first crack at it in this one. But, Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. The Panthers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. Brown wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Going long. Makes a grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
So Northern Illinois' offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And Jesse, the man in the backfield today, not necessarily a superstar. They'll just try to have him grind out the tough yards when they need it.
He needs to be solid in this game. He doesn't need to be a Heisman Trophy winner today for them to win, but he has to get the yards when they present themselves. Take what the defense gives him, and you cannot turn the ball over.
No, you got to hold on to that rock, but it would be nice. I think this offense would really open up with some more consistency at this spot. Now, a running back they can really depend on. He becomes that guy. If he can grow into that, this offense can take that next step.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Thompson.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The run inside. It's Johnson. Maybe some room here. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. They'll give it to him again. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Tight end now in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. A strike downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. The handoff to Johnson. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Fakes to grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a third down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. First and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance.
Makes a catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Extra point here will tie the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Georgia State takes over as the offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Someone not clear on the snap count, it'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Right on target this time. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be 3rd and long. Brown will throw it. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got great speed. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a...
Snags it, and there's running room. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. Trying the run, it's Johnson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Northern Illinois. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
And the extra point was good. Coming out with it, it's Martin. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Butler. Good blocking up front, great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Trying play action. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. The easy way to convert on 3rd down, the penalty moves the sticks. Looking for room, it's Butler. There's a crease. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the 2nd level and creating big lanes for this running back.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. On the run, deep down the right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Trying to take it back. And he was looking for the pick 6. He'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30. Great place to start for this offense. Brown wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. You get that turnover, and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Pressure coming. Touchdown, Georgia State. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. The extra point here would tie the game.
And that is a huge touchdown for the offense and also a big momentum shifter in this game, because now if they kick the extra point, they tie this game, anything could happen.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Running inside, it's Johnson. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll pull it down. Crosses to 40. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. The run inside. It's a fumble. I don't know if it was. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Finds the tight end. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Huskies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Catch in the middle. It's Wiles. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Brown will throw it. Here's a heat. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's one you'd love to see the tight end come up with, guys. I like his ability stretching the field, and because he's able to shield defenders away, it's kind of like a basketball player. He just wants 50-50 chances to come down with the football, but that time, he just couldn't pluck it.
Quick completion on the out route. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
There he goes! Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Right on the money. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Going deep. Goes high to pull it in. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The big gain on offense, and the play will stand. The offense declines the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback running on the draw. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to start things here in the second half. Georgia State about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Right back to the well. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires quickly. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll give it to Johnson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard. Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Finds his man. It's Lewis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Fires to the big fella. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it. It's Johnson. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got him. And that'll not only be a 1st down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. The Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. With the run on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Now, after the interception, there is a man who's still down on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running inside. It's Butler. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Now the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Wiles. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down. And they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On the move, it's Butler. Makes a pass to Marker. And they'll move the chains with the 1st down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Northern Illinois has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. We'll send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
And that's really good defense. That's discipline, man. Understanding covering top to bottom, but not leaving the running back with a lot of space. They throw that football out to the flats. They break on it right now, give up absolutely no yardage. Nice job seeing it, breaking on it, and making the play.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. The throw. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the 2nd half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Fires to the right. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Georgia State ready to go with another 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets the give. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. And after that last play, there is a Husky who has yet to get up. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. He got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. The run inside. It's Johnson. Got enough for the 1st. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Maybe a crease. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game.
Makes the grab in their space. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Huskies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They want that clock to run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The short hands, it's Thompson. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Oh, they're after him. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Could be an alley. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Northern Illinois will line up with a 1st and goal.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. They feed him again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies. The Huskies back on top.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin, great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to get it going now.
No doubt. 2-possession game at this point, right, David? Not a lot of time left, so execution has to be at a premium here.
Yeah, and I probably want to go fast. I want to throw the football. I don't know how many possessions I got left. I got to make them all count.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. It's Washington. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball is dropped, incomplete, and that will do it for this one.